All right, let's just get right into it. What if I told you that your life isn't going to be changed by one big decision? Not by some sudden explosion of motivation or that one breakthrough moment we all see in movies. We imagine these huge, dramatic events, but honestly, they fade.
Real, lasting change? Well, that happens quietly. It happens in the small, almost unnoticeable decisions you make every single day, over and over again. And isn't that why so many of us feel stuck? Yeah? We're all waiting around for that lightning bolt to strike, and we're completely missing the real engine of change that's humming away right in front of us.
Here's the secret. We feel stuck not because we're lazy or because we lack some special talent. It's because we fundamentally underestimate the incredible compounding power of micro-habits. Those tiny little choices that slowly and almost invisibly start rewiring our brain and eventually reshape our entire identity. So in this explainer, we're going to completely tear down that myth of the big breakthrough. We're going to dive into 20 science-backed micro-habits that, look, they won't give you instant results, but they will quietly transform your health, your mindset, and your future if you just stick with them.
So let's be super clear on what a microhabit actually is. It is not about some massive, exhausting effort. Nope. It's a small, daily choice that quietly rewires your brain, and it's a real thing called neuroplasticity. It's not about the immediate result, it's about the long-term shift in who you are becoming. This is the bedrock for everything else we're about to talk about.
Let's start right where the day begins, the morning. And this isn't just about waking up. It's about intentionally building momentum from the very first minute you're awake, setting the entire tone for the day ahead.
And these 4 simple steps, think of them as your daily launch sequence. First up, make your bed. Seriously, it's not about having a tidy room, it's about giving your brain a small, concrete win immediately. It tells your subconscious, hey, I start things and I finish them. Next, drink a glass of water. Your brain is mostly water, and after sleeping for hours, it's thirsty. That brain fog you feel in the morning, a lot of the time, that's just dehydration. Third, get 5 minutes of morning sunlight. This is pure neuroscience. When that light hits your eyes, it signals to your brain's master clock that the day has started. This helps regulate all the hormones that control your sleep, your mood, your energy. And finally, keep your morning phone-free. By putting off the chaos of notifications and emails, you protect your focus and train your brain to create before it consumes.
Okay, so we've set the stage for the day. Now let's look at how we can master our mind and body throughout the day. These next habits are all about tiny inputs that create massive outputs in mental clarity and just a sense of calm. Just take a look at this. When you start your meal with something sugary or with simple carbs, you get that classic blood sugar roller coaster. The spike and then the crash. But if you eat your protein first, you stabilize those glucose levels. And this isn't about dieting, it's about regulating your brain. Steady blood sugar means steady energy, a clear mind, and a much more stable mood.
Here are 3 instant regulators for your entire nervous system. When you feel overwhelmed, just stop and take 3 deep breaths. This activates your vagus nerve, which literally shifts your body out of fight or flight. Next, name your emotion. Actually saying the words, "I am feeling frustrated," engages the thinking part of your brain, which helps calm down the alarm center. And third, clean one small area. Just tidying your desk gives you a sense of control, and that has been shown to actually lower your levels of the stress hormone cortisol. Okay, this next one, it feels almost laughably small. I mean, reading just one single page of a book each day, it sounds like it would do absolutely nothing, right?
Well, that 1 page a day, it compounds. It turns into 12 to 15 books a year. And this habit, it doesn't just make you smarter. It strengthens your vocabulary, sharpens your thinking, and it quietly rebuilds your ability to focus long-term in a world that is practically designed to shatter it. And here are 4 more quick check-ins for your mind and body. Writing just 1 sentence in a journal, that builds self-awareness. Once you see your own patterns on paper, you suddenly have the power to change them. The next 3 are all about movement. A quick 1-minute walk boosts blood flow to your brain, sparking new ideas. Just standing up every hour resets your circulation and your energy. And a quick stretch releases all that physical tension your body is holding on to, often before you even realize you're stressed. All right, let's talk about systems. The best habits aren't really about willpower. They're about designing your environment to remove the friction, to make the right choice the easy choice. These are all about protecting your future self, preparing your clothes the night before. That removes one decision from your morning, which saves you precious mental energy for things that actually matter. Next, set one daily direction. Don't make a to-do list with 20 items. Just ask,
What's the one thing that will make today a win? It gives your brain a clear target. And finally, limit your news consumption. Constant negative news keeps your nervous system in a low-grade survival mode, and that hijacks your ability to think clearly and creatively.
These next habits are all about building stronger connections, both with other people and, maybe more importantly, with yourself. Giving one genuine compliment a day actually shifts your brain from a threat-spotting mode to a connection-spotting mode. Then, the big one, keep your promises to yourself. When you say you'll do something small and you actually do it, you build self-trust. You start seeing yourself not as someone who tries, but as someone who does. And finally, eat one meal mindfully, with no screens. This retrains the powerful and almost forgotten skill of being present in your own life.
Now, we've covered 19 pretty incredible habits, but this last one, this is the one most people skip, and it's the engine that makes all the other changes even possible.
This is the secret ingredient. It's the linchpin that holds everything else together. It's so simple, but it's also profoundly challenging.
Do one hard thing. Every single day, do one thing that feels just a little bit uncomfortable. Now, I'm not talking about something that leads to burnout. I'm talking about something that triggers that small feeling of internal resistance. It could be sending that email you've been putting off, or starting that task you keep avoiding, or making that difficult phone call. And here's the powerful reframe you need to make. That little feeling of discomfort, it's not a warning sign to stop. It's a growth sign. It's a signal that you are right at the edge of your comfort zone, and that is exactly where growth happens. When you intentionally face that small resistance every day, you build courage like a muscle. And over time, that courage, it compounds.
So here's what this all boils down to. Your life won't change because of one massive event. It changes because of these small, almost invisible actions, repeated day after day, especially when no one is watching. They don't feel powerful in the moment, but they are absolutely decisive for who you become tomorrow.
As we wrap up, please don't try to do all 20 at once. That's the old way of thinking. Just pick one. Look over this list again and ask yourself which single micro-habit will you start today? Because that one small choice, that's where the real change actually begins.